Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at the 19.0 update. It says prepare to unleash the horde, as there is a new game mode coming into the game with this update, but it's going to just run us through some quality of life updates first. And as it says in the intro, we're coming up on the latest game release 19.0 and wanted to provide the community an update of what to expect. Below are a few key updates coming with 19.0, which is planned for release at the end of March. Enemy team AP bar is now visible. This is really nice, to be honest. The AP bar for enemy fighters is now displayed in combat below the HP bar. This addition will enable a deeper level of strategy in combat that we think players will enjoy. No more need to guess or open up the dossier to check. I mean, most of the time you didn't have to guess. You could kind of knew when people were going to rush because it was always like turn 3 on defensive teams behind non-AP leaders. But this is a guarantee. You know, this actually shows you, as you can see, the Shiva has a nice bright yellow bar. That means it's full. And the other characters have like a duller yellow non-full bar, and that means the AP bar is not full. Obviously, Harper and Violet could potentially rush in their next turn if Tyrese was a command, so you've got to be aware of the potential. A command can obviously rush those characters, but this gives you a good idea. And like I said, long pressing, it just took some time in terms of if you had a stun on attack team, you would have to prioritize, or if you had someone like AP down mods and stuff, who to prioritize. Now you know. And also you know when you've AP down because the bar will be reduced, which is actually great. So that's a really nice addition. The next one's been waiting for, I've been waiting for ages for the next one. As you can see, Supply Depot now has a multi-buy option. And as it says, pretty straightforward. Supply Depot now supports multi-buy functionality to speed up bulk purchases. It does only show it for the food, but this could also be for other parts of the depot, but I can't really think what has multi-buy and what would require it. I'm not really sure. Looking at this screenshot, it does say add max, which is great, but hopefully the add max is the food and not add max as in your markers, because obviously if you're adding max on that 400,000 markers that this guy's got, you're gonna get millions and millions and millions of food, which you can't actually support. So hopefully it's just add the maximum amount of food you can get. If there is, that's fantastic. So I'm guessing it's the food when it says add max, hopefully, fingers crossed. The next one is a territories update, quite a small one, but it is some nice additions. We've made a few updates to territories that are coming online with the 19.0 update listed below. Reduced territory notifications. Territory notifications have been consolidated to cut the intrusive messaging. So if, for instance, you went to bed and woke up and your faction took and lost, say, let's say 15 territories, you would get the update of that happening when you first logged in, and you wouldn't be able to do anything at the lower end of your screen, which is generally where you can click like to go onto your roster, that sort of thing, for maybe, you know, 30 seconds to a minute. And it can just be really, really annoying. And in wars and stuff like that, it can happen as well. So if that doesn't happen anymore, great. The other one is added league trophy rewards for Walker territory battles. So that means any territory that is white, you know, no one controls it, walkered effectively, you can gain the league trophies from that. It does say Walker territory battles now give a small amounts of league trophies. Hopefully it's the same as human territories, like if it's occupied. As long as it's exactly the same, it'll be 100% fine in my opinion. This will hopefully reduce people walkering territories. And if there are already walker territories, you can actually get through your energy faster, which is great. And I guess that's a nice addition. We'll just have to see how much it is. I think you only get 4 league tokens or league trophies per human attack. So that isn't that many anyway. So hopefully it's around the same. So the last part of this update says harness the power of the horde. The 19.0 update will launch with an all new event we're extremely excited about. We're not ready to go into the full details of this new event, but we wanted to give you a sneak peek, image below, of what's to come. Get ready to unleash the power of the Walker Horde. We'll be revealing the full details of this new game event in the coming weeks leading up to the launch of 19.0. Stay tuned. So obviously 19.0 drops at the end of March, but we should hopefully have it. I'm guessing it's going to be released within beta, and we will be able to have some open testing. I'll be doing some stuff on my live stream with this game mode. You are the attacking team. As you can see, there are all these walker sort of options down the bottom, which is what you're going to be selecting to basically field. This looks a lot like Plants vs Zombies. However, I think Plants vs Zombie was left and right, not in the middle and being attacked from both sides. But I think in later stages it actually might have been being attacked on both sides as well. And in that you actually were the defensive side, but in this you are the attacking side. So I'm going to be looking forward to actually testing this out fully on a live stream, just so I can show you guys how this works. I think new game modes are great, especially if they are like tournaments, but we have had tournaments in the past that have been released, for instance Onslaught, and they were massively let down, not so much by the actual tournament itself, but by the lack of milestone rewards, by the lack of good prizes. So that can determine a lot of how successful this is going to be. So hopefully the event actual, the prizes themselves are going to be good and it won't be let down by those, because potentially this could be quite fun, especially if it is like Plants vs Zombies. But we'll have more on that in the future when it's in beta, and we'll get some videos out on that. But thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Do tell me what you think about the updates, obviously the quality of life ones, and obviously this new game mode update. And that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.